or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
You know, Goldilocks, lower inflation and stronger economy and good guidance and good profits. What's to stop this market now?
Wrong. These college professors really get me. You know, they go to college because they can't make it on the outside. That's why they teach. What's going to stop it now? More inflation. It's amazing what these people are saying, the fake business network. I mean, think about it. Since Biden took office, wages are down 3.2%. If you take the day he walked in that office, the Oval Office, adjust for inflation, they're down 3.2%, but you don't hear that. And 38% of full-time workers can't cover basic budget. Their basic budget. And we have a record number of people holding a second job. And we have the biggest 3-year increase in part-time jobs. Now, if you want to believe this narrative that these people are putting out, that Biden's putting out, that Powell's putting out, inflation's cooling, they say. We're going to have a soft landing. There's not going to be a recession. Hey, we're even going to cut rates. If you really want to believe that, and who wouldn't? Sounds good, right? But you'd also have to believe that Biden would be responsible enough and that Congress would be responsible enough to stop deficit spending. To stop deficit spending. You got to believe what they're saying right now. Inflation cooling, soft landing, no recession, soon rate cuts, everything's great again. You have to believe he would force Congress to cut spending. And he would have to change his ways. Joe Biden would have to change his ways. Every dollar that Biden invests would not be to increase his own party's power or his own personal power or his own wealth through green energy or through the welfare state. Instead, you have to believe that he could be trusted to invest into solid projects with solid returns, putting the American people first, not his party. You have to believe that. If you're going to believe what this genius here says, Siegel, that's what you got to believe. Unbelievable. And there'd be no more deficits. See, deficits are a killer. People have no idea what deficits are. When you're spending more than you take in, that is a killer. That is cancer. That is cancer of the economy. That's the cancer of the stock market. It's stage 4 cancer. Because deficit spending, then add to that rising oil prices, are a killer. It's a killer. Remember, it was deficits and inflation that took everybody down in 2007, 2008. Now remember this. Let's go back a little bit. If you really believe what Siegel is saying and everybody else, everything's fine again, then remember this. When there was just $877 billion in cash in the U.S. checking account, and with revenues coming in only at $4.9 trillion, Biden and his Democrats decided to spend $10 trillion. Now remember, they only had in their checking account $877 billion. They had revenues coming to $4.9 trillion, but they're going to spend $10 trillion. And they spent that on stimulus. You know them all. American COVID Plan, Inflation Reduction Act, Omnibus Bill, and green energy. $4.5 trillion for green energy, $75 billion for Ukraine. And you got to believe they're going to stop that too. They're not going to do that. They're not going to spend any more crazy money on green energy and batteries and Ukraine. You got to believe they're going to stop that. See, that's called helicopter money. See, they got to stop that because 88% of every tax dollar they spent went to non-productive spending, i.e. helicopter money. As a result, today, every $3 Biden spends on his investments for us, the country, we only get a return of $1.03. Deficits are killing us. Let me say that again. All his spending on all his welfare state and green energy and all this crap, every $3 that Biden spends, the American people only get $1.03 return. That's a deficit. It's killing us. To pay for the deficit, Powell has to keep printing money. That causes inflation. Because he's got to fight the inflation, he's got to raise rates. You raise rates, the dollar comes down. You kill the stock market. You kill the purchasing power of the dollar. It's tougher for people to make ends meet. Think about what he did. Deficits. Already in 2023, only halfway through the year, $2 trillion. Now remember, deficits weaken our economic growth. We just got our numbers. The last 5 quarters, the first quarter, remember, was like 3.5%, the first of the 5. And we've only averaged 2.4%. When he came into office, it was 6.5%. We're not growing. We're not growing. Why? As a direct result of deficits. Manufacturing's at a 14-year low. U.S. industrial production. We've had the biggest drop since December 2022, causing layoffs. Just got the numbers for July. New York Fed, Philly Fed, all negative. We have now a record 53% increase in corporate defaults. Record commercial defaults. National debt's at $32 trillion. You know what we're paying in interest? $600 billion. We don't have it. We have to go print it. That means more inflation. When you have more inflation, you got to fight inflation. How do you fight inflation? Raise rates. Wait a minute, they're telling us they're not going to raise anymore. They're going to start cutting. How are you going to cut? When he's still running deficits. Housing's imploding too. You can't. Are you kidding? 7% for a fixed rate mortgage right now, 30-year fixed rate mortgage. That's going to kill the housing market. Unbelievable. You know, you notice every day how Powell and the fake Business News Network remind us of each consecutive day when the market closes up, another day up, another new high, the 10th new high. Yet they don't make any mention about a consecutive update in oil prices, do they? Oh no, they don't want us to know about that. Why? Because oil is one of the biggest contributors to inflation. They're saying they're going to cut rates now. Inflation's cooling. Oh, but they won't tell us about those days of oil going up. And by the way, after the 35% drop we had from June 2021, as of June 2022, oil is already up over 22%. More when we get back. This is ridiculous.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG. Try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. Why are investors listening to Phil Grandy of philsgang.com?
You know why people listen to my show? Because I make it simple. When you talk about the stock market, they make it so complicated. I make it easy to understand. For the average investor, the Main Street investor, most of the time, these guys, it's like they're talking to each other. We talk directly to you and we listen to you.
Invest better with the sound advice of Phil Grandy at philsgang.com.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here, and it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from, all that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
Thinking about investing in the stock market? Go to philsgang.com, where we have over 50 years experience in trading and investing in the stock market. Phil's Gang teaches you how to make profits in the market with stock chart analysis, up-to-the-minute alerts, and always keeping you informed with professional guidance in long and short-term positions. Go to philsgang.com or call one of our professional staff to answer your questions. 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Stop wondering about your financial future and start doing something about it.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. You know, over the years, I've successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, the advice, and the software that will take your investing to the next level. You know, I have a team comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. And the Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy, when to sell, when to hold, when to run like hell, even short. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. You don't have to be a seasoned investor to benefit from Phil's Gang and platform. No matter what level investor you are, my strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for the 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Avoid market pitfalls and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
Consumer credit card delinquencies are the highest they've been since the global financial crisis. You're seeing the 2-year average of foreclosures and bankruptcies go parabolic. So, it's consistent.
Oh, wait a minute. That's not what the professor's telling us. No. Everything's fine. Valuations, everything's good. It's unbelievable. Yeah, we're back to Goldilocks, he said. Unbelievable, isn't it? The stock market is the best place to be. Only if you get out of your head fundamentals. If you think you're going to buy stocks based on fundamentals, you're never going to make money. If you can understand that, you put yourself in a position that you make money when the market goes down and the market goes up, there's no better place to be to make money. But that's the key to it. It's amazing. For 80 years, 90 years, where the market's been open, 85% of people still lose money. They don't change. Because Wall Street has taken parking space in your head. You don't short stocks. You just keep trying to find that hot stock to try to make money. It doesn't work. But you're never going to convince people of that. Never. The beautiful thing about the stock market, once you know how to execute a stock buy and execute a stock short, you could care less what the hell's going on in the economy or the market. It doesn't matter, because all you're going to do is follow money. All you have to do is take and buy the spiders. If that's all you did, buy the spiders, nothing else. And you had the choice to buy and to sell short. So if the market starts going down, you're making money. If that's all you did, your 401k couldn't come close. Couldn't even come close to making a return you make on the Qs or the spiders. Funny, yesterday, does anybody everybody's going to Lowe's, right? I go to Lowe's yesterday. My office, my refrigerator, just a small refrigerator in the office, it blew up, gone. And I'm so used to it now, right? Been there for years. Now it's not there. It's broken, driving me nuts. So we ordered a refrigerator. That was a mistake. That refrigerator has been doing more traveling. That refrigerator left California. It went to Fairbanks, Alaska, back to San Francisco, California. Where'd it go next? It went to Phoenix. Then from Phoenix, it went up to Maine. Then Maine back to California again. And then finally, it ended up, I'm in Sarasota, it finally ended up in Orlando. And then Tampa, I go, oh my God, I'm going to get it the next day. It's in Tampa finally. From Tampa, it went out to St. Louis. This is insane. Insane. So I go to Lowe's. I said to my wife, I said, Marta, let's just cancel the damn thing and we'll buy one. What an experience. I go into Lowe's. They got more inventory. There's nobody around. There's nobody to help you. So I'm in the appliance department. So I see this guy. He's sitting there at a desk. I don't know what the hell he was doing. Went over to him. I said, Can you help me with, I'm looking for this refrigerator. I just don't know the size. It's not my department. He says, you got to go to the appliance. I said, I'm in the appliance department. Nobody's there. So you got to wait for him. I'm looking around. I said to my wife, look at the inventory. How do they sell anything? I said, you look at the stock. Here, I'm going to put the stock up right now, Lowe's. You look at the stock, it's up, and you wonder, how could it be? You think you should be shorting it, then Lowe's is going to go into bankruptcy. Morons. Morons work there. It's unbelievable. It's not my department. It is amazing to me how they stay in business. And look, their stock went up. This tells you. I said to my wife, I tell everybody for 50 years. Don't listen to fundamentals. They don't make any difference. Follow the money. Follow the money. Because if you're buying lows on fundamentals, it should be bankrupt. It should be bankrupt. How the hell did they sell all the inventory in that store? Customers are walking around, can't find anybody. And then when he finally got this guy, he knew nothing. He knew nothing. He was dumber than the refrigerator. He was. He was as dumb as the refrigerator. Matter of fact, I'm sorry, the refrigerator was smarter than him. But he's got high tech. So he pulls out his pocket. I don't know what the hell it was. It looked like a cell phone. I said, can you tell me how wide this is? He takes it and goes over and there's a little ticket. And he hits it with a beam. And he tells me the size of it, right? And then his broke down. His machine broke down. So he said, I'll be right back. I'll go find another one. He never came back. He never came back. So finally I go down to the front of the store, and the guy sitting in front of the store, he's a greeter, I guess. I said, could you find me somebody that's in charge of appliances? And refrigerators, that department? He said, sure. So I said, I'll wait here. I'm waiting 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Finally, my wife comes back from the outside there, the flowers and stuff. He never showed up. He never showed up. He never showed up. They must put a sign out there. Only dopes need to work here. If you're looking for a job, only dopes need to apply. But the point is, as a market, as a stock, I'm going, how the hell did this stock go up? Again, proving when the stock was hit slow, okay, around June, what was it? Sometime in June, around its low. It was around 171. Today it's 233. It shouldn't be anywhere near 233. It should be at $2.33. Walk into Lowe's and tell me if you think that stock's worth any more than $2.33. Even then, the valuation would be too damn high. Not my department. And I love that little machine he had. He was so proud of that machine. This is 22 inches. Oh, it broke. I'll be right back. It's unbelievable.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. When you listen to the advice of Phil Grandy at philsgang.com, you'll find investing in the stock market makes sense with the right guidance.
People keep saying to me, boy, things are hard, things are tough. Boy, the market's really screwed up. And I don't agree with them. For us here at Phil's Gang, we make it so it's simple. It doesn't matter if the market's bad or good. We consistently do well because we make it simple. And just like for my listeners on the radio or on the internet or my podcast, we make it simple. We try to break it down so you really understand why the market is going up or why there's continued inflation or why the bank rates are going up. So you understand. Especially yields. The most important thing to understand how yields work. Just what we do. We work hard at it.
Trusted advice, easy to understand strategies that will make you a better investor. Get all the details at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. When you listen to the advice of Phil Grandy at philsgang.com, you'll find investing in the stock market makes sense with the right guidance.
People keep saying to me, boy, things are hard, things are tough. Boy, the market's really screwed up. And I don't agree with them. For us here at Phil's Gang, we make it so it's simple. It doesn't matter if the market's bad or good. We consistently do well because we make it simple. And just like for my listeners on the radio or on the internet or my podcast, we make it simple. We try to break it down so you really understand why the market is going up or why there's continued inflation or why the bank rates are going up. So you understand, especially yields. The most important thing to understand how yields work. Just what we do. We work hard at it.
Trusted advice, easy to understand strategies that will make you a better investor. Get all the details at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
I signed up, and I've learned an incredible amount from Phil and Steve. The staff at Phil's Gang gives platinum-level service and stock recommendations. You know, it's as simple as that. At the end of a month or so, I've always been in the black. Phil's Gang is a class act. I'm happy to be a member.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. The feds have raised interest rates again. And AI is the topic of the day. No matter what the financial headlines are, be a successful investor with Phil's Gang at philsgang.com. Take advantage of the free 10-day trial for the Working Investor Program. Phil Grandy has put together the tools you need to understand the stock market with full access to the Phil's Gang website and access to Phil's Pro 2 color-coded charting software. Know with confidence when to buy, sell, and short a stock. Members also have access to Coffee Talk. Every morning at 8:30 Eastern, Phil Grandy talks about what's happening on Wall Street that day. Want to be a better investor? Then take advantage of the free 10-day trial at philsgang.com. You'll find many more features and tools for the working investor. After the trial, it's just $59.95 a month for membership. Invest with the best. Phil's Gang at philsgang.com. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. To be a successful investor, you need to stay current with the daily changes in the economy and the stock market. Phil Grandy and philsgang.com can be your guide to becoming a better investor. Try the free 10-day trial at philsgang.com for the working investor. From the opening bell to the closing, stay informed with what's happening in real time. The Working Investor Program includes full access to the Phil's Gang website, a morning update on what to look for that day on Wall Street, a market wrap on that day's trading, plus seminars, training, and tools to help you become a better investor. Go to philsgang.com for a free 10-day trial. After that, it's just $59.95 a month for membership, daily updates, training, software, and the best investing advice every day. You can invest with the best. Phil Grandy and philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. philsgang.com. Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Join my gang free for 10 days. Go to philsgang.com and click where it says get started. 10 days free. Now, talking about, remember I say, don't buy on anything that has to do with fundamentals. Here's one you never want to buy on. Listen to these two guys. Talk about expectations.
We're seeing earnings come in 6% lower year over year, but at the same time, 6% over those lowered expectations.
So basically, it's really the expectations rather than the absolute number. And earnings have been coming in a little bit better than typical. They're running about 81% better than expectations.
You hear what he's saying? You buy on beat expectations. First of all, earnings are at a 25-year low. Earnings at a 25-year low. 60% of the NASDAQ stocks, earnings are negative. So he's saying you buy on expectations. If they beat expectations, you buy. And listen to this.
Obviously, earnings drive markets. The fact is, as you said at the top,
earnings, not expectations.
Obviously, earnings drive markets. The fact is, as you said at the top, with 80% of the companies coming in above expectations, albeit low expectations in many cases, the fact is they're still beating. And at the end of the day, when you have earnings that are beating, that's what is going to drive markets.
This is crazy. You want to lose everything you've got? Look what they're telling you. You buy a stock because it beats expectations. So we got earnings that are 25-year low, but go buy it because they said, oh, it beat its expectation. They're expecting to make $3. Okay? But it came in at $6. Buy. They beat whose expectations? It's the company. They set their own expectation. I ran a public company. I know how it works. The CFO feeds to these guys the expectation. You know you're not going to hit $5. So you say, okay, or put it this way here. Let's say you're going to hit, you're expecting to hit, you tell them, I'm expecting to hit $5, but you know you're going to hit 10. Because you can do it. You can put your own expectations where you want. Why would you buy you set your own expectation. You always make sure you beat your own numbers. Isn't that stupid? And people are telling you now because earnings are so bad and stocks are so overvalued, they're down now to tell you to buy on expectation. And then the valuations, they're saying, oh, they're not overvalued. The other guys, oh, they are overvalued.
So far on a macro level, because listen, valuations in this market, the overall market, Dan, they're not, I don't want to say stretched, but they're not cheap. Sure. We need earnings to come in and guidance to come in good.
When I look at this market as a whole, I do not see any significant overvaluation.
Are you kidding me? The S&P, for God's sakes, are you nuts, or Apple? Who's going to pay $31 for every $1 of earnings? That's insane. Nobody. That's why the market going nowhere today. It's ran out of steam because the institutions aren't going to come in and pay $31 for every $1 of earnings, or go buy the S&P for, I don't know what the PE is on the S&P now. I think it's 20. Going to pay $20 for every $1. That's insane. And then, so that's why they're coming up with this new thing. Well, why don't we buy on expectation? That's a good thing. If they beat their own expectation. But they don't say that. They don't say if they beat their own expectation. Isn't that unbelievable? That's why, honest to God, if you join my gang, I promise you, just like with our gang members, you'll consistently be making money no matter if the market's going up or the market's going down. If you follow us, what we tell you, you follow our stocks, you follow our instructions. If you follow the plan, you'll be making money. And you got 10 days to find out for yourself if it works or not. You got to stop listening to these people. My God, it's like listen to that guy at Lowe's. Oh, that's the other thing. I said, they keep telling how the labor market is strong, right? What I saw yesterday was not strong. Oh, my God. So they said, boy, the labor market's strong. Think what they're telling us. Powell and the president, they're telling us, because the labor market is strong, they're giving credit to a soft landing, no recession, soon they're going to do rate cuts, and cooling inflation. All that credit goes to the strong labor market. What are you, nuts? That's full of contradictions. What was he talking about? First of all, one big contradiction, gasoline is still up 58% since Biden became president. Still up 58%. Wages. Let's talk about wages. Since Biden became president to today, adjusted for inflation, has fallen 3.2%. But let's go look at the real wages. It's fallen 5%. Jobs. It's unbelievable. They mask the job numbers so incredibly. In the depths of the job reports, understand this, in the depth of the job report that we get, there's an area of data that nobody looks at. That data, buried deep, looks at directly the strength of the labor market, i.e. its workers, like for May and for June. But they mask it. That data identified that an additional, and you didn't hear this, nobody told us this, an additional 440,000 American jobs, 440,000 people lost their jobs in May. Another 445,000 lost their job in June. That's a 2 to 3 year high. You don't hear it though, because that data is buried deep. They mask that. Strong labor market. Are you nuts? Red flag. What it does, it identifies a serious red flag, which is that this labor market is blowing up. It's deteriorating in front of our eyes. In the face of all the rising inflation since 2020 due to all the mounting deficits. Remember what a deficit is. When you buy something and you don't have enough money, you don't have enough revenue, then that becomes a deficit. The government that runs what they call spending deficit. So what they do is print money, which is very inflationary, to pay for that deficit. But because they printed money to pay for the deficit, then what happens? That's inflation. When you print money, that's inflation. And when inflation goes up, because you have to raise rates, the dollar loses its purchasing power. So since 1985, we lost 21% in purchasing power. Just in the last 10 years, you lost 14%. What are they talking about? The job market's strong. We have a strong labor. Wait a minute. If you had a strong labor market, then why do you have to hide those numbers? And what did the White House do? They released a statement praising Biden's 13 million job creation. He didn't create 13 million jobs. 10 million of 13 were already back to work before he became president. He only gets credit for 3 million, but they used 13 million. And then Biden tweets how he's added more jobs under his watch than any president in a single 4-year term. There's more contradictions. This labor shortage, the reason for this labor shortage is simple. Now they tell you, we can't get people to come to work. No matter how much we pay them, we can't get them to come to work. Well, first of all, if you're going to start overpaying people to come to work, at some point that's going to catch up to you and you're not going to make money. You're not going to make money. That's bad for the economy. So the reason there's a labor shortage is because jobs available are crap. They're all low-paying jobs, mostly service jobs. You have no opportunity for a higher pay, no career growth opportunity. So what do people do? I'll tell you when we get back, and then we're going to look at some of my stocks.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. If you want to invest your money and grow your wealth, just listen to Phil Grandy.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. There's many reasons to listen to a radio show, but I think to listen to my show, you get the truth. You get clarity, and you get great information.
No matter what level of investor you are, Phil's Gang strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success.
You know what? Most of all, it's fun. philsgang.com. Clarity, good information, and fun.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently? Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level. Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy and sell to help maximize profits. Sign up for a 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. When making wise investment decisions, Phil Grandy has some sound reasons you should join Phil's Gang.
You know, when I started this, they asked me, okay, can you explain to people why they should join the gang? Gee, I thought about that. And I guess to make money. But more than that, to get good direction on which way the economy's really going. We get so much crap, so many lies, how great the economy is and how great the tech business is, and when it's not. The problem is we have too many people in Washington and in this industry that just don't tell the truth. The truth is everything. And here at Phil's Gang, we stick with the facts. We tell the truth. We make sure our members, are getting the best information, and our listeners, like you. We make that information available to you and make it simple and understandable.
Good investing means understanding how the stock market works. Join today at philsgang.com. If you want to invest your money and grow your wealth, just listen to Phil Grandy.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. There's many reasons to listen to a radio show, but I think to listen to my show, you get the truth, you get clarity, and you get great information.
No matter what level of investor you are, Phil's Gang strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success.
You know what? Most of all, it's fun. philsgang.com. Clarity, good information, and fun.
When the stock market is up one day and down the next, you need experienced advice from a pro.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. I know you're sitting there watching the stock market. You're going, what? Is this nuts? Market goes up 700 points. Next day it goes up 800 points. Then the market goes back down. Then it goes back up. What that is volatility.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently?
But you got to anticipate what's going to happen with the market. And that's what we give you. Information so you can anticipate in advance what the market's going to do, so you know what stocks to buy, you know what stocks to short. It's all about having good information and anticipation. You got to anticipate. The one thing you can't do is rely on your brokers. Listen.
Our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
What are you, nuts? Partners and shareholders? You're not included.
Check out the free 10-day trial and follow Phil to investing success. Learn more at philsgang.com. philsgang.com. Are you a stock market investor without all the information?
What are you, nuts? Market's going up, market's going down. We're getting all this bad information.
How do you invest intelligently? Phil Grandy can show you.
If you want real information and you really want to know what the market's going to do and you want the truth, go to my site, philsgang.com, and also listen to me on my radio show every weekday at 3 o'clock Eastern.
Phil's got the answers at philsgang.com.
That's philsgang.com, where you get the truth and you get the information you need about the market.
Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
Good afternoon, America. This is Steve over here at philsgang.com. And have you ever looked at a stock chart and just wondered what in the heck is going on here? Like, you just have no clue what's going on. You don't know when to buy. You don't know when to sell. But you're just... Well, what I do here at Phil's Gang is I teach you how to recognize those patterns on stock charts. I make sense of those things for you, and I guide you along the way. So if you want to learn with me and you want to know how to make some money, go to philsgang.com. It's 10 days for free. You also get the Pro 2 color-coded chart. What else can I say? I'll see you on the charts. Back to you, Phil.
All right, thank you. You know, this is one thing, again, if you join our gang and you're a member, anytime you can lead the gang, but you're going to find out, you're going to reach your comfort level, because our coffee talk, our alerts, the stocks we talk about, and our system in which we buy a stock and sell a stock short. Once you learn that, it's so easy. And you'll find out in 10 days if it is or isn't. If it works for you. But God, at least you've got a place to go that makes some sense. Listen, does this really make sense here? Listen to this.
We're seeing earnings come in 6% lower year over year, but at the same time, 6% over those lowered expectations.
So basically, it's really the expectations rather than the absolute number. And earnings have been coming in a little bit better than typical. They're about
unbelievable. Earnings are a 25-year low. So what they're saying is, let's go in and get the cleanest, dirty shirt in a laundry basket. So they're telling people to buy on expectations, which are set by the company, which are all fake. They always lower the expectation to the market maker. So that when he gets the number and it's higher, oh, look at this, wow, oh, it's 5 cents higher, buy. It's all made up. But they're so hard up, these brokers, they're trying to get you to buy a stock based on a beat expectation instead of powerful earnings. instead of margins, powerful margins. They have no margins. You're going to get killed. That's why you got to learn to sell a stock short. You're going to be fine. You're going to reach a comfort level here at Phil's Gang. And you're going to decide on your own if you're going to reach one or not. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work for you. We've been in this business for a lot of years. It works. But you got to follow what we teach. You got to follow what we say. If you go off the reservation, well, then, it's not our fault. But isn't this silly? That's just crazy. And listen to this.
Some of these mega tech stocks have had kind of pretty bad earnings, and yet the market just keeps chugging higher. So
the reason why it's chugging higher, stupid, is because they're printing money, and they take the money and they juice Microsoft and they juice Apple, the leaders. So they put $15 trillion into those. So they're part of the 7 magnificent stocks. So that'll hold up the 5 stocks. So you got 7 stocks now holding up the whole NASDAQ, the whole stock market. The whole stock market. But if you take the NASDAQ stocks, 60% of them aren't making any money. Apple has negative revenues, but it keeps going up. People are going to get slaughtered. But in the meantime, you don't stay out of the market. Look how long we've been. We bought all these stocks. We bought them in starting in January, and February, March, and June. We caught the tech stocks when nobody wanted. We caught the oil stocks when nobody wanted. We caught the leisure stocks when nobody wanted them. And now we're going to short them all. That's right. Now we're going to turn around and short them when they all come down. But right now, they're holding the market up because of this. The reason the market doesn't come down is because people listen to this and they believe this. And here's what they really believe. People really believe it's going to be a big bailout. How could you not believe that? Look what happened when the banks started to go down. The regional banks went down. 177 more banks were going to collapse and crash. But what did she do? Yellen. She turns around and starts a fund, a $2 trillion bank fund, to prop them all up so that she could start selling the assets to the big banks. But in the meantime, instead of calling they went bust, they're calling a very smart merger. When they went bust, and the big banks are going to go bust. Because why? Because, again, what's going to happen is the yields are going to kill them. The yields are going to kill them. The yields are going to continue to go up. And you're going to watch, wait and see what happens. These yields are going to continue to go up. And then at one point, everybody's going to run for gold mining stocks. For gold, we've done terrific. Matter of fact, gold, take a look at gold. Gold has outperformed the big tech stocks, the big bank stocks, outperformed oil. They outperformed the NASDAQ, the S&P. They outperformed all of them. Gold, go take a look. People are stunned when I tell them that. They outperformed them all. I mean, who would think that gold's outperformed the S&P 500, outperformed the NASDAQ 100? Are you kidding? Yeah, outperformed them. And gold is still good. Right now, we're just waiting for the dollar to come back down. And it will come down. Because remember what happens. If you really believe that they're not going to keep raising rates, you've got to be out of your mind. Because they're not going to do what is right to stop inflation. They're not. The only way you can stop inflation if you start cutting spending. You got to cut spending. You can't spend $10 trillion and bring in $4 trillion. You got to pay for that. How do you pay for it? You got to turn around and print money to pay for it. That's inflation. And how do you fight inflation? You got to raise rates. Are you telling me, do you really believe these people that we don't have to raise rates again? It's going to stop because they're not going to do stupid things to cause inflation to go up? Do you really think they're going to stop spending more money than they have revenue? Do you really? You got to believe that. You got to believe that Biden no longer is going to spend more money than our income. What are you, nuts? That's never going to happen. And what people don't understand, okay, is that the 88% of every tax dollar that he does spend, his tax dollars he spends, it goes to crap. It goes to non-productive spending. They call it helicopter spending. It goes to welfare. A lot of it goes to welfare. And then his pet projects like the green energy, where we're paying $2 to $7 million to train somebody how to make a battery. What are you, nuts? So what is really going on, and what you're being told every day by these people, by the fake business network, is insane. And here, listen to this.
And guess what? I commit that we'll never raise federal tax on anybody making less than $400,000.
Yeah, but you're screwing everybody on inflation. That's a hidden tax. Look, right now, if you're in tech stocks, like we're in Apple, we're in Meta, we're in NVIDIA, okay, we're in NVIDIA, we're in Meta, we've been in these a long time, Apple, Microsoft, just listen to me. These stocks are going to tank big at some point, okay? These are going to be great shorts. But if you didn't get into Microsoft at around 2.25, and you're thinking getting in now at 335, you're out of your mind. If you didn't get into Apple when Apple was around $144, and now you're getting in at 196, you're out of your mind. You're chasing it. It's over. You had to be in these early. Now you got wood in the game. But the next move is down. Everything's going to come down. And when everything starts coming down, gold miners are going to go up. Keep watching your dollar. If I can teach you anything at all, it's free. Watch the dollar. Keep watching the dollar. UUP is the symbol. Just watch that dollar, okay? Because that dollar is going to tank. Why? Because remember, he is going to continue to spend stupidly, okay? They're going to continue to spend on green energy. They're going to continue to spend on Ukraine. They're never going to stop spending. So there they go. They spend. They can't pay for it. So they got to print money. When you print money, what happens? Inflation goes up. So what do you do when there's inflation? You got to stop it. So what do? You raise rates. There you go. You raise rates. And when you raise rates, what happens to the dollar? It goes down. What goes up? Gold, mining stocks. Just watch your dollar. You know exactly what this market's going to do. And remember, the dollar is in a downtrend. Don't tell people when people say, oh, no, dollar's going up. No, it's called a snapback. It's in a severe downtrend. Just be patient with it. Join our gang and we'll help you. And it's fun. See you in the chart. philsgang.com.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.